So very good morning students, welcome back to first year physics again. So in the previous class actually we completed about a moment of inertia of a regular bodies, for a regular and different bodies. For them the moment of inertia are purely depend on their axis of rotation. It is depend on the axis of rotation, that's what we have different moment of inertias. For different bodies and different axis of rotation are passing through the different places. So based on that, let us have a like that moment of inertia are to be like that, right? And here other one also I'll tell you, that is about a you take a moment of inertia for a rectangular plane lamina. You say side heading is rectangular plane lamina. You take a rectangle like you take any one rectangle. Yes, of course it is like a rectangle, length, breadth. So I'll show you again. So the mass of the rectangular plane lamina is M, length is L, breadth is B. Yeah, let us you draw a rectangle, length and breadth. So the length is L and breadth is B. So the mass of the rectangle is L. Again we are writing what? Moment of inertia. Again it is also depend on the axis of rotation. Suppose I would like to tell you moment of inertia which passing through center and perpendicular to its length. Suppose the moment of inertia passing through center perpendicular to its length, so that we can say perpendicular in the sense is it may be passing like this. So perpendicular to its length and passing through its plane. Suppose length will be like this and which is passing like this. The length and it is perpendicular to plane and perpendicular to its length. About axis passing through center perpendicular to its length. So that again your moment of inertia, it is depend on axis of rotation. No? For this situation passing through center perpendicular to its lane, therefore the moment of inertia will be represented as ml square by 12, because we know already uniform thin rod. Uniform thin rod case and almost rectangular plane lamina when passing through the center perpendicular to its length, passing through center and perpendicular to its length, perpendicular to its length again. This is the situation. So that I is equal to ml square by 12. Suppose you take a same rectangular lamina, length L and breadth is B, right? Now the axis of rotation passing through center perpendicular to its breadth, or we can also call parallel to its length. Here also we can say parallel to its breadth. So for this case the moment of inertia will be mb square by 12. Not required any derivation, because already we did in the previous classes how to get the moment of inertia by applying the integration method. There will get the moment of inertia. That's what it is not required to do the integration method. Just you remember moment of inertia ml square by 12 when passing through center perpendicular to its length or parallel to its breadth. Moment of inertia passing through center perpendicular to its breadth parallel to its length will be I is equal to mb square by 12. Suppose the lamina we know, here passing through center we know, perpendicular to its length, like this also we know. Like this also we know. Like we know both this. Now he is asking passing through like this. Nothing but it represented as what? Now it is represented as the z-axis. So passing through center, that is mean here, you say here it is length we know, breadth we know, is asking now center like this. So that's you say like this, because we don't know this axis. You say it is about a m b square by 12. This is about a m l square by 12. Of course, now 3 are mutually perpendicular axis theorem, perpendicular. Therefore, according to the perpendicular axis theorem, ix plus iy, it is center. Iz is equal to, or center is equal to ml square by 12 plus mb square by 12. Like you say, you take an example of a rectangle, best one, it is a bar magnet. Of course, you take a duster also, it is a rectangle. For this, here it is the moment of inertia are different. based on the axis of rotation. When axis of rotation passing like this, when axis of rotation passing like this, when axis of rotation passing like this. So that here arrow mark indicates the about that axis we are finding the moment of inertia. These are the moment of inertia about an axis passing through its center, perpendicular to its length, breadth and perpendicular to its plane. This is about a rectangular plane lamina, right. So coming to the next one, you go for the suppose. See, now I will tell you some problems on the basis of like a triangle, like a basis of a square we have. So before that I will tell you, you take a equilateral triangle. Next example, equilateral triangle. So that your equilateral triangle is moment of inertia about an axis passing through one end of the corner and perpendicular to its plane. You take one triangular lamina. This is a triangular lamina. You take like this, equilateral triangle. Now he is asking what? Moment of inertia about an axis passing through one end of the corner and perpendicular to its plane. Suppose the triangle will be like this, right? Three corners. Corner 1, corner 2 and corner 3 is like. Now he is asking find a moment of inertia about any one corner. Now the axis of rotation passing like this. About at this axis, or else you want to say at this, or else you say at this. Three corners you take. So at any one corner is asking moment of inertia. So that here it is an equilateral triangle, no? You say equal distances R, R, R. Any one corner. So we cannot draw like this, no? So that you say the dotted line indicates a like about at this axis moment of inertia. Here is the one particle mass M1 or M which are situated like this. Now here actually we have to say moment of inertia from the axis of rotation. Here there are three particles are there, so ultimately we will get the moment of inertia will be I1 plus I2 plus I3. So about axis, this axis you see this there is no distance. So that here when axis passing through that point we can say moment of inertia is 0 because there is no distance. Because the moment of inertia is nothing but mk square or mr square, right? There is no distance because axis is passing through that point, no? So that at that point moment of inertia will be 0 because there is no distance. Perpendicular distance will be there, no? So that there is no perpendicular distance. Distance is equal to 0. So that at that point the moment of inertia will be 0. Now you take a second. For this moment of inertia will be mr square because the distance is r. And this is you say I2. And coming to this I3 is equal to mr square it is. Now you write I is equal to 0 plus mr square and mr square. So that moment of inertia will be 2mr square it is. When the axis of rotation passing through one end of the corner or one vertices of an equilateral triangle. So that radius of gyration will be root I by m. So k is equal to root 2mr square by, how many masses are there? 3 masses. You say 3m. This is cancelled. Therefore, root over 2 by 3 r square r it is. For radius of gyration when the axis of rotation passing like this. So this is the first case in case of equilateral triangle. Again you say second case. Same it is equilateral triangle. 3 particles are given. Mass is m1, m, m. This is a plane lamina. Now he is saying what? There is an equilateral triangle, right? Now it is placed in the plane, like you draw a x-axis like this. And you say this is the y-axis. It is x and it is y. Now he is asking find a moment of inertia about any axis because that axes are equal for all. So that you say about this axis is asking moment of inertia. Of course you say moment of inertia I1, moment of inertia I2, moment of inertia I3. It is an equilateral triangle you say, therefore the distance is r, r, r. Your total moment of inertia will be I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus. Here the axis passing through the first particle, here it is for this, just now I told you, if the axis passing through that point, for that it is 0 because there is no distance. So I1 is equal to 0. What about I2? It is a distance is given, therefore I2 is equal to mr square it is. But we don't know the distance from this axis, right? We don't know this. So actually it is an equilateral triangle, no? Therefore it is half, no? We can take r by 2 also, no problem. Right? So that for this moment of inertia, I3 is equal to m r by 2 whole square. So that I3 is equal to m r square by 4. Now you take total moment of inertia 0 plus m r square plus m r square by 4. So if it is passing through like this, the axis passing through one corner and which is in a plane. So 5 by 4 m r square it is. What about radius of gyration? Of course, root of 5 by 4 directly we can. Clear? Is it okay now? Say like this, it is a equilateral triangle related applications. Now, suppose, now he is asking find a moment of inertia about an axis passing through its altitudes. Means it is passing through the like this or like this, like this. So look at, I will tell you. Suppose you take third case. Now it is passing through altitudes like it is passing. So about this axis is asking. So of course you say I1 it is, I2, I3. So it is passing through this 0. Now here we can say this is r by 2 and it is also r by 2 because the distance from this axis, no? So r by 2 plus r by 2, no? Therefore what happens, it is moment of inertia for this I2 is equal to mr square by 4 and I3 also what happens, mr square by 4. Again you take total moment of inertia like this. So it is 0 plus mr square by 4 plus mr square by 4. So that I is equal to 2 by 4 mr square, 2 ones 2 2s. So this is all related to what? For equilateral triangle. So this actually these all are not required, but on this basis there is a one problem is there in our material or in our IPE textbook. So that I will tell you that question, then after we will do the remaining one. Here, look at the question on the basis of a triangle, page number 163. Open everyone, page number 163. Page number 163. Question number will be 5. Page number 163. Question number is 5. I will read the question and you also read. 3 particles, each of mass 100 gram. The particles of mass is given 100 grams. Suppose you convert into kgs. Placed at a vertices of an equilateral triangle of side is length. That length is given as 10 centimeter. This is 0.1 meter. Find the moment of inertia of a system about an axis passing through the centroid of the triangle and perpendicular to its plane. Centroid is asking. Till now we did, I will explain you. Till now we did passing through like this. Yes, we know. Like this it is, we know. And like this also we know. And like this also we know. One is passing through one corner, passing through plane, passing through altitude is over. Now it is different. When it is passing through the centroid, like this it is passing. So there are the 3 particles, masses are same. Now is asking find a moment of inertia about this axis passing through center. So that this moment of inertia and this moment of inertia and it is also acting here. So that the total moment of inertia I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So here we don't know the distance, no? This are equal, but we don't know the distance, that we have to find first. So the distance is given as r or equilateral triangle, no? You say r. So here use a one triangle like this, get this distance or this distance or any one distance. So that which making equilateral triangle, no? Therefore there is an angle 30. So you say it is a distance, therefore it is r by 2. Because we should know the distance, this distance we should know. After knowing this distance, then substitute there, we will get the moment of inertia about a centroid. So use this triangle, you take out the triangle from like this. A by, I mean to say, r by 2, A 30 and this point distance we need So you take a cos 30 is equal to adjacent r by 2 by hypotenuse is a. Right? So that here actually cos 30 is nothing but a root 3 by 2. Then it is a is equal to r by root 3 it is. Now you say moment of inertia I1 m1 a1 square or a square. What is a now? You say I1 is equal to m into r by root 3 whole square. So that I1 is equal to mr square by 3. Like I2 also same no? Because same distance. So you say I2 is equal to mr square by 3. Then I3 is equal to mr square by 3. Now you write a total moment of inertia passing through centroid is, that is m r square by 3, m r square by 3, m r square by 3, 3 m r square by 3. You cancel this. I is equal to m r square. What is mass is given? 0.1. What is radius is given? Square of the distance. So 0.1 into 0.01. So it is 0.001 kg meter square. It is the problem which is given in our material. The page number will be 163. Question number is 5. Right? And here another question is given, so 164 page number, question number 6. If you go through this, then after you go for the next question, question number 6, 164 page number. It is also same case, but it is given as 4 particles of each mass 100 grams are placed at the corner of a square of side is 10 centimeter. Find the moment of inertia of the system about an axis passing through the center of the square and perpendicular to its plane, and also find the radius of gyration. Of course, it is also very easy. Look at, you say here the moment of inertia about an axis passing through center perpendicular to its plane, and here you take a square, no? So the square corner, there are 4 particles of masses is placed at the 4 corners. The masses are given, each mass is 100 gram. I think it is a page number 164, question number 4. Right? You draw a square. Of course, a square also we have number of cases. Right? You say particle of mass or placed like this. Right? Each side is given as a, you say mass is equal to 100 grams is given. So you convert into kgs into 10 power 3. So that m is equal to 0.1 kg it is. Because each mass is 100 grams is given, no? And here distance also given, you say LR or something, so that it becomes 10 centimeter, it is also 0.1 meter. Now is asking passing through center like this, right? So here when axis is passing through center, no? So this moment of inertia is acting, you say I1 it is, this moment of inertia also acting, you say I2 it is, this moment of inertia I3, and this is I4. Very simple. So that you say total moment of inertia I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 it is. So get first moment of inertia, that we should know about this distance. We have to find this distance. So that you say A, B, C, D and center O. You take it one right angle triangle, then use the triangle and get a point, this point. So here A, B, D, right angle triangle you take L. So first you get this distance. So it is we can say like this, BD square, apply Pythagoras, AB square plus AD square. So BD square is equal to L square plus L square. So BD is equal to root over 2L square, root 2L. So the total is how much it is? you say root 2L, right? But in this half we need, half in the sense is this. So for all half, OA is equal to OB is equal to OD is equal to OC. This is half, this is half, this is half. So that here you take root 2L by 2. So suppose if we know this distance, then it is almost over. For this you take a root 2 rationalize with this, therefore it is a root 2 into root 2 becomes 2 L by 2 root 2. So that L by root 2 it is. Now you write a individual moment of inertias for first particle at an I location. I1 you say it is M R the distance, no? So that you say the distance is you take as R. This is you say R, right? MR square it is. So I1 is equal to M, R will be L by root 2 whole square. So that ML square by 2. Like I2 also same, ML square by 2. I3 also same, ML square by 2. I4 also same, ML square by 2. So total moment of inertia ML square by 2 plus ML square by 2 plus ML square by 2 plus ML square by 2. So that we will get 4 of ML square by 2. Then it is 2 into ML square. So moment of inertia 2 into mass 0.01 or 0.1 whole square. So it is 2 into, or it is 0.2 into 0.01. It may be 0.02 kg meter square. This is the moment of inertia when the axis of rotation passing through center and perpendicular to its plane. So method like this is asking about which axis that we have to see. This is axis, and is also asking radius of gyration. K is equal to root over I by M directly. I is 0.002 by M is 1, right? That become a 1 point is cancelled. K is equal to root over 0.02. See, these are the examples related to the different different situations and different bodies which is given in case of a moment of inertia are to be different. So the situations are different, therefore we can get a different moment of inertias by using the axis of rotation only. Suppose for this case, if axis is passing through like this, suppose is asking, then you find moment of inertia about this axis 0, and this distance we know, and also we know distance, and this is also we know distance. What is the distance now? It is a root 2L, no? Use that root 2L, get a moment of inertia like this. Not only that axis, it is given on the basis of axis of rotation only that we have to get the moment of inertias. It is purely depend on only axis of rotation. That's what I mean to say. Very clear information it is about a moment of inertia which passing through the point where it is passing. Based on that, we have to say the moment of inertias are to be like this. Clear? So this about a different regular bodies moment of inertias, and here are some problems from our material we did, right? So this is actually related to the moment of inertias. Clear? So this is about a today's class, and we'll continue in the next class. Thank you very much.